Hello, good evening, everybody. This is Faraday, and we're doing something just a little bit different tonight. The other day we did our training on Sunday, and we talked to you guys a lot about how I recruit from friend requests every day of the week. And after that I did that particular training, I've had a lot of people messaging me and asking me to critique their conversations. What should I say to this person? Hey, this person, this is how he replied to me. What would you say? And and what I'm going to do, even though this is going to be live and interactive, I'm going to try to keep it open. Hopefully we won't have any noise interference. But, in looking at some of the conversations, some people were doing really, really good. Annette Paulson out of Denmark is doing fantastic. But there were still, I noticed some places where, maybe in one example that she sent me where she let the conversation get a little bit, not out of control, but, lost her edge a little bit, So, we talked about posturing and, sharing the stories. And I think from the examples I was reading, a lot of people are doing really good. But I saw that there's some things that I personally maybe would respond a little bit different. The key is that, one, any conversation, any interaction with somebody is great. So good, bad, lousy, or totally terrible, by interacting, that is how we learn. And that is how we learn what works and what doesn't work. And I've certainly had plenty of trial and error in every method, every kind of marketing we've ever done. There's always trial and error. But I thought we would try to have some live volunteers on here tonight, see what we can do to help them, show them how we might help them respond to their friend requests with their own personal story, and maybe even recruit a few people and help them recruit a few people. So let me see. So we've got here tonight, we've got Brett, we've got we've got Miguel, we've got Patricia. Thanks for being on here. And that's all we've got so far. So Brett, first of all, let me ask you, we were chatting a little bit before we got started, and now you said you are responding to friend requests every day. Is that correct?
Right, every day.
You're doing about 5 a day.
Right.
And you said, tell everybody in the audience how that's working so far. Now, are you using the guidance that we've talked about in the trainings in terms of sharing the income stories?
I am, and that's growing on me as I'm learning, as I'm getting more comfortable with sharing that. It's been a process, an evolving process. But the training that you posted not too long ago about how to respond to friend requests, I've sort of started changing my approach to that, and I've had a little more success. In other words, I've had more lengthy conversations with people based on that technique.
And now, are you getting to the point where they're asking you more about the business, and then you're sending them the hangout?
I am sending them the hangout. I have the capture page, so I have the. I've got the hangout. I've got the overview, the call, the compensation plan. I send them that. They respond to me, and they said yes, they've watched it.
Okay. Well, then what's happening after they say that they've watched the hangout?
A lot of times, it's the same old. I don't have $100 to join. I don't have, the same old excuses. I'm with something else right now, or Just I'll keep it in mind, and things like that. And that's sort of where I get a little bogged down.
Okay. Well, here's what I would like to do. I don't know, and everybody who's watching here tonight, bear with us because I don't know if we've tried this. I want to try to do like a screen share from Brett's computer where Brett can log into his Facebook account and you can show us some of these interactions with some of these people. And, I can give you my critique and, maybe where I can give you some guidance on where, it might have got away from you, or where you can maybe come back and still, turn this into a recruit for you.
Right. There are a few that are still. I mean, I have probably 10 that are still open. Sort of open-ended. That I think there's still hope.
Okay. Well, that's great. Maybe we can get a few of them tonight. Let's give that a try then and see. Go to the screen share button to the left.
Okay.
And see if you can share your screen with us. Everybody in the audience, please be patient in case we run into any technical difficulties. So all you do is, let's see, click on that little green button, second one down.
I did that.
Okay, and do you see a screen share?
I see a screen share that of what I see you, and then another one is just Google Hangouts.
Okay, do you see where it says full screen?
Full screen, yes.
Okay, double click on that.
Okay.
I think, okay, now you can share your screen. Now I want you to go...
to my Facebook.
Go to your Facebook.
All right, so you can see that?
I see it.
Okay. Well, this is a guy that lives in Georgia with me. This is one of my conversations. I think he is still interested.
Okay, let's see. Oh, let me. You go ahead and read it because whenever I talk, everybody loses the screen. So you go ahead and read this conversation.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll skim. This one's kind of. I've talked to him for a while. Maybe this isn't a good one. But along the conversation, he says, I'm in Georgia. I'm in Fort Benning as an instructor. He was like, how is I2G going for you? And I said, it's great. A few of us from a previous project have gotten together. I2G is really in its infancy, but already setting records because it has the best play plan. And he says, I'll have to check it out. And then he also talks about Quanta. I guess he's interested in that as well. And so I said, watch this 10-minute video, and I gave him the business presentation. He said, okay. I said, get back with me afterwards, and we can chat. I said, I would want you doing I2G rather than starting something with Quanta just because the pay plan is better. And he said, I've just been in this industry for just 6 months. And then I said, oh, wow, well, you're going to be one of the lucky ones, provided you come over to I2G. One of the lucky people had success right from the start because they got with the right people and the right opportunity. I said, anyway, get back with me after you watch. And he said, okay, going to check it out now. And he said, yeah, I watched the video, but it was the wrong one. And so I sent it again. And he said, thanks, I sure will. Anyway, that's all I've heard from him.
Okay. All right, well, that's not bad. He's shown some interest. We haven't got, the Hangout too. Do you have his phone number?
I don't have his phone number yet, no.
Okay.
First thing I noticed was he shared the wrong video. Brett, first of all, I never share that 10-minute video, ever. Okay, ever. Okay, I don't care. I don't like it. You share it if you want.
Okay.
You said something key at the front of the beginning that I really picked up on. The capture page is not the game plan. Okay, the capture page is a great page for its own tool. but not forgetting somebody to come. It's too much information, okay? It's all in the setup of how you're going to lure him in. There's no sexy in any of the conversation going on. There's no sizzle, there's no juice, okay? You've got to have sexy, sizzle, and juice to get somebody to come. Right now, what I see, what you just shared with us, is a pitch fest, okay? And that's okay, but I don't waste time for that, see, because you need to lay the law down that you're with the fastest growing team. You've partnered up with the fastest growing team, and shoot the incomes out and say, check this hangout, it will change your life. That 10-minute video will not do that. That 10-minute video will not get you one sign-up. I guarantee you, you haven't had one sign-up off that video. I bet there isn't hardly anybody that has. I hate that video, okay?
Well, hey, Dave?
Yeah.
I have had a few people, after I've shown that video, they come back and they say, I don't understand what I'm supposed to do.
Well, that's exactly why I hate that video.
Okay.
Don't say you hate the video.
That video has no, well, I shouldn't say I hate it. It's a great video for a corporate video, but I hate all corporate videos. I never known a corporate video to get us a sign up, okay? When because see what the corporate video does, and for those watching, you can, don't get me wrong, if you like the corporate video and it's working for you, please go ahead and use it. But if you want to know how Farrah and myself get a couple hundred sign-ups, it's because we use hot and sexy, okay? And the hot and sexy comes from that hangout, okay? Because that's real people. You, me, Farrah, all this panel, all these different people, that's what probably got you in this deal. And if it was good enough to get you, okay, you need to use that. So, and the first thing I would always do is never get into a pitch fest. Here's what I do. When I just watched what went on with him, I would have said, great, how's that working out for you, and how much money are you making? And my favorite is somebody that's doing a multiple income deal. Okay, I said, great, multiple incomes, how's that working out for you? End of question, end of conversation, nothing. And then I let them come back and tell me about all the great money they're making, okay, which usually isn't much, and that's okay, and I'm not out to go insult them. I want them to tell me, I want them to play poker with me. I want them to give me all their cards so then I can give them hot, sexy, juicy, okay? And that's what the hangout will do for you. And if you learn to set that up in your own, however you're comfortable in doing that, I promise you that everything will change for you. Everything will. Okay? But right now, what you've got is just a lot of time going to go on in my opinion anyway, would be a pitch fest. But that was just my take. And on that particular case, maybe you don't do it on every one like that. But most people are talking way too much and saying all the wrong things. And for your information, the capture page is way too much information. Most people don't even know how to use that capture page. And basically, that's just a place so you can have all your links in one spot, realistically, because I hate it, okay? I would never use that as a tool to get anybody. I use the Hangout, and then I bring them to the vision call, and I laugh because other people say, we got updated calls. Let's get that call updated on the capture page. And I'm laughing. I'm going, how many signups have you got? You don't understand. The vision call lays the juice out for who you're climbing in bed with. Okay? Who you're in bed with. When you go to bed with somebody, don't you want to know who you're in bed with? Don't you want to know who you're working with? Well, that's what the vision call will do, and that will solidify everything about I2G, because our CEO has two companies that are still in business. Remember, he's only 45. He sold two. So take the years back that he started. He was young, okay? He sold back in one. I know the owner of that company. He was good, but he didn't deliver. I know the number 5 income company in the world. He sold his next one to, and it didn't work. The guy changed the plan. Rick has a kid. He's got to go back to work. You know, they had an unexpected child. They need, you know, he needs money. He's no different than anybody else. This is why he went global, virtual, and everything else. And then people go, this guy's not a quitter. And so then you can get passionate on how we're doing with that. So with that, I'm going to let you go back. But I saw that real quick. I had to share that. Sorry about that, but I saw that immediately, and I was like, that's got to, you know, I want to see you win, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, but with that said, Brett, you know, I commend you, you know, because you're going out and you're making communication, and that's step one. And everything, you know, you get better and sharper, you know, as you go. Why don't you show us another one, and let's take a let's look at another one.
Let's see. This is somebody that attended the hangout. I guess it was last night. Because I posted an event about the hangout, and this person responded, and so I asked them. I really haven't even talked to them before, and so I messaged them and I said, "Hey there, thanks for attending the webinar. Message me afterward, and we'll get you signed up." And they said, "Okay." And I said, "Did you watch the hangout?" And they said, "Yes." And I said, "Did it get you excited? What questions can I answer for you?" And I said, "Here is more info and a sign-up link." And they said, "Thank you very much." And then I tried to get them to watch tonight. I said, "Are you busy at 9 p.m.?" But I haven't heard back from them.
Okay, well, you did. I congratulate you. You did what we teach, which is create a Facebook event and get people to sign up for it, and you get them to watch the hangout. Now, whether or not this person signs up or not, you've already done your job, because our job is not what to how many people we sign up each day, but getting that hangout in front of them, and then when they watch it, then they're going to make the decision one way or the other. Like I said, you know, so I think that's very good. You know, we'll find out if we got that one.
Right. That was pretty simple. I mean, that was a very simple. You know, like Dave said, don't get too involved in it. Just keep it simple.
Okay. Now, do you have another one we can show?
Sure. I have a bunch. Here's one. This one's kind of long.
Now, this was somebody from a friend request?
This is somebody. These are all from friend requests.
Okay.
Let's see. There's my capture page. So anyway, I said, "Hey Scott, thanks for friending." I said, "Have you heard of Infinity to Global? I'm actively seeking professionals from around the globe to join me in building a massive worldwide team. I2G has the best compensation plan." Yeah, you're right. This sounds pitchy.
That one's pitchy. That one is pitchy. That one is pitchy.
Gosh, I can see it right away now.
You know, you guys. Here's what we're gonna do, just so you see my style, and then you know I see we got quite a few people in here, and then we're gonna open it up for some of the questions and see if we have a few more people we can critique. So I'm gonna go ahead and get off the screen share, and I'm gonna go to my screen share.
Okay.
No, you're muted, hon. Dave, you're muted. Go ahead.
I want to commend you, bro. Everybody should be doing what you're doing, because you can't fix it if we can't see it, okay? And it's all good, see, because you're fixing and refining your stuff now, and that's called humbleness. And when you can get past that, you're on a great movement, bro. And I'm excited for you. And I really am, and I mean that sincerely, because so many, but not in there and fix it. For you to open up like that and to share your box, that's how you're going to grow, dude. You're going to be right. You'll be a new story next week telling us about sign-ups. I'm excited for you.
Yeah, and that's what I want you guys to know. I mean, that is what I appreciate. And when we do the training, that we get some of you that put it into action immediately, and start getting great results. Hey, Patricia, why don't you just give your feedback? Because you've been with us on all of these different hangouts, and then yet you said you never had thought about that. You just added the friend request, never thought about using each one of those as an opportunity to tell them about I2G by opening up some storytelling, and how that's working for you since then. Still muted, dear.
I'm working on it.
There we go.
Got it. You're good. Yep.
Oh, we lost her.
Okay, Miguel's got a question here in the thing. He doesn't have a
Oh,
microphone.
he doesn't?
And yeah, I'll read Miguel's question. And by the way, guys, if you're afraid to come out and do it on your own share, put it in the chat box. But Miguel says, well, I usually try to comment on groups, but usually talk and they seem interested, but they never get back to me or avoid me. So I started a different approach by just chit-chatting with them later. When they ask me what I do, I just tell them I help people accomplish their financial goals. Okay, well, that's great, Miguel. But what I would do, here's what I would, I'll let Farrah handle how I would do that, but here's what I would do. I'll give you, you can get a couple different feedbacks on that. What I would do is if I'm taking somebody like that, I never ever tell them what I do, ever. Okay? I always want to know more about them because they're going to lead me to all their problems. They're going to tell me what's going on with them one way or the other. I'm going to find out if they're a rookie, if they start pitching me immediately, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that because every dud will lead you to a stud, okay, or studette, okay? And what happens is they will, when they're doing that, it's just nobody's ever taken time to teach them anything, okay? And you see, because this process is all the same. You got to teach somebody how to grow. All right, Patricia says she can't herself. Go ahead and make sure you can hear us or come back, Patricia, and she'll be right back. And so, Miguel, what I would do is I would always find out what they do. And then I would always let them go on and let 4 or 5 chit-chats go back and forth because you probably don't look like Farrah or me. I don't get the response Farrah does, okay? So I've got to let people tell me all about them. They believe me, and they will. Okay, they're going to come out and spill their guts one way or the other. And when they do, that's great. And then you put the close to them. Well, that's great, awesome. How's it all working out for you? End the question with a smile. Put a smiley face. They usually going to come back and then they're going to give you all the excuses about how it's not working that great. Okay? And that's okay. And even if they are, it's okay. That means they might have got trained and whatever. And then that's when you can come back and tell them that you're involved with something hot, sexy, totally unique, zero competition, and your team is absolutely growing globally and exponentially faster than anything you've ever seen. End of subject. End of deal. You notice I never mentioned I2G. I never mentioned gaming. I never mentioned binary. I never mentioned anything. And you notice I never had to talk about my income. I'm talking about I partnered up with this team, meaning it doesn't matter, and then leave it be. And that's it. And if they don't respond, that means they were A, trying to recruit you, and they're not interested. And if they want information because of what you just laid out to them, hot, sexy, and unique, and zero competition, if they're in a direct selling business, they want to know what that is regardless. But most rookies will tell them everything before they even ask. And you don't do that. You make them come back and drool. And when they come back, they say, what is it? Then you write, LOL, I knew you'd ask. I had to do the same. Check out this hot hangout that we just did, and hopefully you're on one. Hopefully you're on one so that you can send the one that you're setting on with them so they got validation of you and them, and then they can watch this thing. And that will close the deal, effective close the deal for you. I hope that helps. And let it go. Miguel said that's good. Let them talk. Fair if you got input. Good. And I think Patricia's good because I can hear her banging. So
yeah.
We're back to her.
Yeah,
Great.
Patricia, yeah, because I'd like to get your feedback because you said you put that into application immediately on Sunday, right after the training hangout, and you. It's funny because I assume everybody knows how to do this with friend requests, that that they do it every day, but it's that's why I did it on Sunday because it turns out that a lot of people, they never even think to use the friend request as leads that prospects that you can get to ask about your business. So what happened with you, Patricia, when you put that into application?
Right, up until then.
What happened to your volume?
Well, before I used to just click accept, and then I would start content. Oh my gosh, I don't know. My computer is at.
No, you're good, Patricia. You're good, Patricia.
Okay. Before I just click accept, and I wouldn't really. I'd wait and have conversations later. And then after I listened to the training, like during the training, I got 3 friends requests. And okay, and right after the training was over, I immediately responded to those friend requests using the same wording that you used. And then I had great conversations, and I was able to. Are you unable to hear me?
No, I didn't hear you. Go ahead, you're good. Go ahead, you're good. You're good.
Okay, sorry. I had great conversations with those 3 people, and I sent them the hangout. And the way that I did that was I started out by saying exactly what she said to say. I said, hello, such and such. I noticed that we have several marketing friends in common. Are you you must be a marketer too. What do you do? By the way, your profile looks amazing. And then they came back to me and they told me what they did, and then they asked, well, what do you do? And then I sent them to the hangout to watch. And one of those people was just starting out in another business and wasn't interested, but the other 2 watched the hangout.
Oh, that's fantastic.
But I was able to.
That is fantastic. This technique works every time, anytime, and the key is a lot of people say, well, I don't have anyone to talk to, or I don't have any warm market, or they assume that you need to have traffic, you need to do blogging. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of internet marketers. When I tell them how much money we've made with no blogging, with no traffic, with really no capture page until just recently, and even though we have the capture page, it's not like we go out there and put it in solo ads or use it aggressively. And they're like, how the heck can you do that without traffic and blogging and systems and I'm like, talk to people, So let me go, guys. I'm going to go into my Facebook account. We'll do a little screen share. I'll show you a few of my conversations. Granted, I've talked about storytelling, and yeah, I use my story. Yeah, and I've got a big income story, so that helps. But you you know, I'll show you how I was coaching Annette, because she has a different, she doesn't have a big income story yet. And so I hope she doesn't mind me doing this, but she's like she's in my power leg. So she, as a result, I asked her some questions, and I said, well, you know, how many people do we have underneath you in your power leg? And, you know, you already had 200 people that's been placed under her in the power leg, and she's got like 80,000 in volume. And I was like, well, fantastic, because we can turn that into, you know, part of your story, pitching this. So she sent me a couple conversations that she got in. Let's see. That was a little hot, sexy, unique, and different that she put together. Okay, here was a conversation she sent to me with a guy named Chad Shields. She said, she used a lot of what I said. A lot of what she did was really good. She says, I see we are both marketers and in similar groups, so what are you doing? All right, so that's key. She picked that up. I said, and just like Dave said, you always ask them what they do. You make a little conversation. You know, I see we're both marketers. We're in similar groups. What do you do? That's excellent. So he says, I am a full-time online marketer. I wanted to connect with you since we are both into making money online. That is like fantastic. You know, the guy tells her he's into making money online. So she says, thanks, always great to connect with new people. What are you involved with or promoting right now? She gets right to it. No reason to beat around the bush. So, okay, she says, I'm currently setting up my marketing campaigns for Malibu Mastermind. I have others I work as well, but that is my new focus. I'm a big believer in multiple streams of income. Here is a site I am building for Malibu Mastermind right now. It's a work in progress. So you know what I get out of that? He is a big believer in multiple stream of income, so he's open to listening. So, I mean, yeah, he's trying to pitch her. He just sent her the Malibu Mastermind. Okay, so here's what I told her. I said, that was great work. He's a great prospect. What did I tell her? You know, I would, of course, you know, I'm all about the stories, you know, so I tell her that I would interject. I've been involved with I2G for the last few months. My partner has already earned just under $1 million in 5 months. And I said, that's it. He's going to respond and want to know more. So anyway, let's see what, so she said she was stuck again. So, Dave, can you close that door, please?
Hold on. Miguel, how you drop off if your questions have been answered and you're not going to share, please hit the red phone and hit the red phone number up above and leave, and then go on to the YouTube, and so other viewers can come on, because we only can do 10 that will come on. Thanks. Thanks, Miguel. All right.
All right, so anyway, let me see. So anyway, I guess she said later that guy said he was in I2G. So this guy that sounded like such a great prospect said he was in I2G. You know, so sometimes that's going to happen. So she says, anyway, this is what he answered back. What would you answer back? So let's see. She said, fantastic. I checked it out, and that looks amazing. I've been involved with I2G for the... See, here she checked out his program. So I wouldn't have checked his program out. She was very polite. I told her that gives them kind of the upper hand and lets them know that, you know, that you're open to looking at their business, and you lose power. So I would not do that myself. I would not entertain that. I am open to their business. But she says, fantastic, I checked it out, that looks amazing. But then she gets right back into it. I've been involved with I2G for the last few months. My partner has already earned just under $1 million in 5 months, and 80 people already making over 5 figures a month. That's perfect. This is how I kind of coached her to create her story. She said, I never had a lot of success before now. I hooked up with a team. You know, so remember, if you don't have my income story, you talk about the team. I hooked up with a team that has done over 50, I guess, I don't know if she put 50 million. We've done 15 million, so the number got, you know, she must have misunderstood. 50 million in sales, and their team members have created 3 millionaires and have 80 people already creating over 5 figures a month in just 5 months. So this is rocking. It's been the best results I've ever had. I've got 80,000 in business under me. So, I mean, that's attention-getting information. So this Chad comes back. Awesome. I was in I2G. Someone bought my spot hoping I would work it, but I just did not see the point unless you are in at the 5K level. No one even knows how much revenue the online casinos will bring. None of them are working it anymore, but I am glad to hear it's working for you. So, you know, he's probably not a prospect because he was already in, but anyway, so I told her, well, I'd either drop him at this point or say the $1 million incomes being generated are not from the casino revenues. That is from the comp plan. So, no, you don't have to be an emperor to make big money. A lot of 5-figure-a-month earners are only high rollers. I'd also ask him who he sponsored with, who quit. And let's see. She said, I asked about what you said, and he wrote this, so he is not interested. Let's see. Yeah, so he said, she's told him exactly what I said to say. And he said, let's see, I was with so-and-so, but my point is that it's just another MLM. Plus, unless you are in at the 5K level, if they did profit sharing on all levels, it would be better. Okay, so anyway, this guy, I have a friend that loves it, but most people so this guy is not a prospect. But you know what? She did a great job. She used the stories, and like I told you, it is not a matter of how many people you recruit each day. It's how many people you expose. And by you leading with stories, all roads lead to storytelling. You're going to get a lot more people that are interested in what you have to say. So let me see. You know, so she had another conversation she shared with me to critique, and this guy is doing DS domination, and she asked me if I could go through the conversation and let me know what I think or what to improve. You know, the only thing that she did wrong with this one is entertaining the DS domination. So everything else was good. Let's see. Thanks. Great to connect with new people. No, I am not as of yet, but I am seeing a lot here on Facebook. See, she had entertained looking at the DS domination, which is going to put you in a more of a position of weakness. You always want to have the upper hand in these conversations. She says, but then she gets into it. I've been involved with I2G for the last few months. My partner has earned just under $1 million in 5 months, and 80 people already earning 5 figures a month. I never had a lot of success before, but now I hooked up with a team that has done 15 million. It's supposed to be 15 million in sales, and their team members have created 3 millionaires and have 80 people already making over 5 figures a month in just 5 months. So this is rocking. That's very good. It's the best results I've ever had. I've got 80,000 in business under me. So she's not, she's telling the truth. She's not embellishing. She's talking about the team. So he says, I just got someone added that was talking to me about I2G too. Yeah, he's still trying to pitch DS domination. It's, you know, what does he say? Most people are making money, which is the principle. He's pitching his deal. Remember, she kind of opened the door to that. Great to see your partners are having success with I2G. What do you mean you have 80,000 under you? And, well, that's because it's good. Who was that? I bet I know them. And I will probably join because I have read good things about it and seeing that people are making money, but I haven't looked at all the details as of yet. I do know that it has to do with eBay. See, here's what she did. She opened the door that she's going to look at his deal. You know, some people think that that's a good way to, you know, really engage a conversation, but you really lose power in the conversation, you know, because they get in their mind, instead of finding out about your program, their mindset changes immediately to getting you in their program. But she tries to get back to it. Anyway, tell you what, if you would like to have a look at it, let me know, because top marketers are signing up with I2G as well, and you are probably a top marketer as well. You should be with it. You will be making big money with it. Sorry, didn't mean to pitch, but you will like it. Now, I would never apologize for giving somebody such a great opportunity. I will get back with you about DS domination as soon as I am ready to sign up. So you are the guy behind it. So that's what I told her about where I think this conversation went wrong. She opened it up, and then she tried to like bring it back around by giving, you know, her I2G link out. But so she, you know, we'll see what happens with that. But so he does still show some interest in I2G. And what, you know, and then basically when I gave her some feedback, I let her know I told her not to, you know, give people the notion that you're interested in their offer because it puts you in a weaker position. But I told her overall that was like really good. And then she had one more for me. So this would sound like some big wig. I am always, and he says I'm always opening to see new things. But if I remember, he tells her about how busy he is, and he's got this and that and this and that going, and he's only interested if it meets this big list of criteria. So I read everything she sent to me. I'm not going to go through all of this since it will take a little bit of time. But she, you know, he gives a whole list of things. He says he's still open, but he's giving all this criteria. And I, you know, I basically said, you know, I almost do a takeaway at that point. But you know, I told her that here's probably how I would respond to it. You know, I understand your schedule is busy. Congrats on all of your great success. That is very impressive. You certainly may not have time to fit in something additional, you know, because I'm doing a takeaway. But this would be most worth your time to take a look at. Many big industry leaders and even MLM owners are getting involved with I2G because of many reasons, but certainly in part of the incomes that are the biggest, fastest that any of them have seen in their careers. You know, yeah, I'm getting a little pitchy, but you know, here we are with a big hitter that's kind of saying, you know, I'm opening to looking at, but so this is a last shot to try to get them. I2G is an exceptional international company with outstanding experience management, and my partner and 2 others on our team have made $1 million in 5 months, have 6 people at $200K a month, and 80 people at 5 figures a month. I can certainly set up a call with her and the owners of the company. He's in Hong Kong right now for the Asian launch. My partner lives in Florida. So, you know, anyway, that was my feedback to her. I'm going to show you, let's see. I appreciate everybody hanging in there with us. I know that some of this, all right, let me go back to, okay, let me find one that's not a distributor.
While Farrah's looking for that, you'll notice that what happened was, and we're going to go over that, the minute you open the door and entertain anybody else's offer, you might as well just forget it. Just forget it. You're not going to go anywhere, okay, because you're weak. The grass is never greener on the other side. So if you really are ever entertaining other offers, don't even try to go pitch any company, because I don't care if it's I2G or not. It doesn't matter what company you're working. If you're working a deal and you're open to looking at others, your results are going to be the same regardless if it's I2G, Amway, Diamond Dog, or whatever it is. I don't care what it is. That's the way it's going to be. I've never met a top earner yet that isn't laser focused and honed in. People ask us all the time, how do we do it? Well, it's real simple. We are laser focused. We stay focused. We don't go sideways. We never go sideways on our people, and they feel that with us. So just keep that in mind. I watch so many people say they give it a shot, but yet they're in our room and they're pitching everything else, and I'm laughing. I'm going, you know, the weak prey upon the weak. Okay? The weak prey upon the weak. If you're not committed to, no matter whether it's I2G, Herbalife, Amway, I don't care what the company is, if you're not committed, guess what? Your results are going to be zero. You're never going to be a hero, okay? You never met a successful person yet that's hit it in the direct selling of association, okay, and networking without being one thing, super clear and super focused. And if you get that way, you will become a machine. The minute you drop your guns, you become a wimpy weed in the forest. The weeds take over. The rose bush will never flourish. Okay? I love roses. They don't grow in weeds. Okay? You always have a lousy-looking rose bush if you let the weeds go. But you manicure it, keep it laser-focused, and watch it deliver, and all the ladies like it. Farrah, you also got Austin here. Austin's on, and he's got some questions, and I think he can come out live, but he wanted to know. So when you're done, I know Austin's on here with questions. Right?
We'll take some questions. You know, I'm going to just show people a few of how I respond.
Gotcha. I was just waiting for you to get them back up, man. Okay, back to you.
Yeah, I mean, this is how I respond to a friend request. I mean, so it's generally over and over and over again. I might, I might respond to 10, 20. The more you respond to, the more people you're going to get. I've got still, you can see, I mean, I think there's, 800 friend requests that I haven't responded to. But, so this one I haven't got a response back for yet. But this is how I set it up. Henry, thanks for the friend request. You have a beautiful family, because I looked at his Facebook profile. I had to add you with 82 friends in common. You must be a marketer too. What do you do? Or are you on my I2G team? I have to ask that too, now, because a lot of people that friend request me are on my team, and I really don't want to try to pitch someone that's already on my team. So he says, I am involved with Empower Network Faraday. As you know, we are all trying to do the best we can with what we got in terms of online marketing. Cheers for asking. Have a great day. So what do I take out of that? Does this sound like a whole lot of positive? As you know, we are trying to do the best we can with what we got. That sounds like somebody screaming out for some help, with a program where they can make some money. Look at all of the kids. He's got a beautiful family. This guy needs some help. Now, I sent him back at 10:26 this morning. Now, you see I'm doing this every day, so even in between all the three-way calls, all of the Google Hangouts, all of the following up with customer service issues, I fit this in every day, 10:26 in the morning. So I love Empower Network stories because everybody's got a story. I love that I was a MLM strikeout loser with Empower because people will relate with me so much better. So I love it when Empower Network people friend me because I can say, truthfully, I totally failed at Empower Network for 6 months, spent more than I made, and literally wanted to quit the industry with such poor results. But fortunately, I didn't. So now he empathizes with me. He knows we're in the same boat. I've gone to the top of 2 other programs where I collectively made $250,000 right after, and now I've made just under $1 million with I2G in the past 5 months. So incredibly different results. So sometimes it just takes the right vehicle to get dramatically different results. Now, he hasn't responded yet, but, it doesn't matter. I shared a story. I shared a pretty attention-getting story, and I do expect that he will respond to that. Let me see if I can find one. These are all from this morning. So I think I started the day. Okay, this one I didn't get to. But see what I'm doing? I'm just asking him, are you involved with marketing? How did you come across my profile? Let's see. This was, let's see, this afternoon. Thanks for the friend request. I had to add you with 160 friends in common. Plus, we both live in Jacksonville. I'm on the west side off of Argyle. You must be a marketer too. What do you do? Or are you on my I2G team? So I'm going to try to summarize so I don't. So he says, yes, I am a social entrepreneur marketer. I do a couple things as far as business is concerned. However, my primary company is a travel company with a business opportunity attached. And I just finished my travel agent certification tonight. So, this guy just finished this certification. I don't know, he might have paid for it. He, obviously is somewhat committed to his program. So, I did, if somebody acts like they're real excited, I don't try to really hard pitch them. I'm like saying, very cool. Would that be World Ventures? Would that be FUN? Blah, blah, blah. Let me see. Yeah, a lot of people from my I2G team friend me. See, I'm throwing it right in there. Now, remember, you're throwing in the story about the team you're with. You don't have to, or your partner or your partners. So I'm throwing in my story. I'm up $1 million in the last 5 months. It's nuts. We will have to get together sometime. So, so he's explaining to me his thing is not a, like World Ventures. You can tell he's still pretty excited about his deal. He just got a certification. So, let's see. I'm just making a little small talk.
That's funny. It was I just friended him. He's doing vacation.
Yeah.
He's a veteran too. He's in the service.
Yeah, well, see, me and Dave are usually friending the same people at the same time. It's like on a race to see who can recruit who the first. But anyway, this is, well, you know, this conversation is to be continued. But the key is, you know, you're making the conversations, and I think you can see that it's just a matter of a little bit of storytelling. Let me see if I can find one today that asked that I sent them the Hangout. Okay, you can see I'm adding a bunch today. These are all distributors. Distributors. Let me see. Okay, here's somebody I got to the point of sending them the Hangout. Let's see how this went. Thanks for the friend request. Beautiful profile photo. You can see she's very beautiful. It seems we have a lot of marketing friends in common, so you must be a marketer too. What do you do? She said, thank you. I am with BA. What about you? I know most people have more than one. And I said, what is BA? I've been with I2G since August. I'm just under $1 million in the past 5 months and 2 in my downline at 1 million. So I'm pretty content with just one. Here's smiley face. And she says, I bet you are. I've never heard of I2G. What is it? You know, BA is brain abundance. And then I put, you have not heard of Infinity 2 Global. Here is my latest hangout. I've built my whole business from these hangouts and getting my team to use these hangouts, and sent them the hangout. So anyway, I think that gives you an idea. I'm going to come back and see if we can take some questions. Okay, who is it who had some questions, Dave? Austin?
Yeah, Austin, and Austin does. And if you've got questions, go ahead and hit them let me know in the chat so we can call you out and put it in the comment. Come on out, Austin.
Can you hear me all right?
Yeah. Hey, Austin, how are you?
Hey, nice to finally meet you. Man, I'm so vain. I don't like the camera.
Oh, I know. Yeah, we always have to do that hair and makeup before we get on here.
Let's see here. Anyway, one of my questions I asked earlier, I don't want to get off topic, but I wanted to know what training I could watch to streamline posting on groups. I joined 345 different groups, and I wasn't sure which post tool to use, and so I'm starting to get a few friend requests, and I was very excited when I got my first couple, and you could actually see the progression because you could tell which trainings I've been to, and I was just talking to somebody right now, but I want to know what I can do because I feel like I'm a little all over the place with Capture Page and then the Hangout, and then it's all kind of new and swimming in my head. So I just want to streamline it a little bit, and I feel a little overwhelmed.
Well, first of all, for a year I was using the Hootsuite, and Facebook has got a little bit stricter. You can still get the Hootsuite out. Dave has been using Wayne's new posting. I also have the Super Poster. I'm going to look at a couple different ones because James Breakiron's using a different one or a different couple of them. So I'm not sure what's the easiest one to use. The Super Poster is like super dodo proof. It's very easy. You can send to really 180 groups a day, so it wouldn't be enough to send out to all of your groups. So I'll let you know these other ones too. You can sign up, of course, for Hootsuite for free, and you can get for the first month you can post to 50 groups for free every day, and then what I'll do I'm going to talk to James. We'll evaluate these other posters because, what I did for the last year, prior to, there was a couple of hiccups with the Hootsuite, I would probably post to, probably like 500 groups a day. And, sometimes I would post the YouTubes I would do. With I2G, I have not done as many just recruiting videos. Because I do these Hangouts so often, and those are like YouTubes on, those are videos up on YouTube. But I do like YouTube a lot, and I would encourage everybody to get outside of your comfort zone and do your first YouTube video. And as a matter of fact, that's what Crazy Ball James is doing, because when he got started, he didn't have a big warm market, and he was kind of in the No Friends Left club. And I told him, get these YouTubes out there, because first of all, video is better responded to than just the written word. It gets more viewership, like 800% more viewership. So if you put out a video with a very catchy headline, and what I used to do when I was doing recruiting videos, and now I'm mainly using the Hangouts, but I would get a ton of signups from videos, recruiting videos. My tips on YouTube recruiting videos is keep them short. For everything over a minute, the viewership goes down. So I would like to keep them 2 to 3 minutes in length. I would get to where you have a call to action at the end of the video, which is saying go sign up now or check out the link below. And like what James has done really well is getting them very attention-getting, and branding himself. He's branded himself as Crazy Ball James. Well, when I used to do my videos, I would, everybody knew me as the YouTube lady that would hop out in front of the that RV and, hey guys, this is Farrah. And then I would have a very high energy, like kind of boppity bop, and and get started now. Go sign up on the link below. And then I would try to do it just like James does, very attention-getting ads, and then I'd blast these out to all of the Facebook groups every day, and I would get calls. I always put my phone number in them. I can certainly work with you in helping you, with what to put in the description, what to do to get better rankings. The most important thing is don't worry about being too perfect, because, people like to see that people are real. Do it on the first take. If you flub it up, don't even worry. It's a lot just to get out of your comfort zone. And then, like, for example, like James has the sexy 2 Playboy bunny girls that he got, he hired somebody on Fiverr to put this video together. And this video is actually awesome. The girls are like totally hot, and he'll post up these on the Facebook groups. He'll say something that sometimes is totally outrageous. Like he'll say, me and the 2 girlfriends are out doing this or that, and I'll have to, you have to go through and see some, but he actually does very attention-getting scripts to go along with the videos, referring to him and the 2 girlfriends, and, I just can't think of right offhand. When I was doing the videos, one of them I had the psychedelic blue dress, and I would, say something, how did the MLM strikeout loser in the psychedelic blue dress, recruit 200 people in the last 30 days for, to find out how, click on this link below. So, what I would do, Austin, as part of your daily method of operation, you've done a great job in getting 500, Facebook groups. Let's figure out which auto poster will be the best for you. And part of your daily method of operation should be getting a post out, whether it's a YouTube whether it's an ad, whether it's a capture page. Sometimes you can use the YouTube, sometimes you can use the capture page. You can always put the capture page in the description of your YouTube and blast it out every night. And that with an auto poster, you know, that doesn't take long at all. It might take 30 minutes to get it out to all of those groups. So get that out every day as part of your daily method of operation. And then also, you know, make it part of your daily operation to respond to the ensuing, you know, dozen friend requests that you're going to get also. You know, always have your phone number in there. And that's something everybody watching this can do. That's something you don't need a big list. Everybody can do that. Everybody will get signups, guaranteed. You know, you're not going to have like 10 signups a day from that, but you do that consistently day in, day out. I guarantee you will get significant number of signups.
Farah, did you say that you can put your capture page website right on the video itself? Is that what you were?
Yeah,
you mentioned just a few seconds ago? Okay.
You can put it in the description. And you know what you might do, Austin? I don't know what my YouTube channel is. Just look, you know, do a Google, a YouTube search of Faraday Hosenipur, or you know, put I2G, something like I2G leaders or Infinity 2 Global Leaders, and you know, a bunch of my YouTubes will come up, and you can get an idea of how I do the description. You know, certainly call me, and I can work with you when you get, you know, on maybe some ideas about a YouTube, and then I can help you with how to format your description, you know, to maybe get better rankings, and then, you know, getting your call to action and your phone number, and even, you know, I'll be happy to help you with even some ads. I'm not bad. I'm halfway decent. We could probably come up with something pretty attention-getting for you.
Thanks.
Yeah, Austin, I would not add the capture page link in when you first start. I'm going to actually split test this because I see a lot of people. I want you to understand, we made $500,000 without a capture page. Okay? Without a capture page. It seems like our whole group has gotten side-twisted with the capture page, and the capture page is that's what it's for. It's for certain applications, and I'm not so sold that it's with all the information, once they opt in to have all the information, is the best way. Okay? I don't personally use this. Okay? We have it, and I have it on our cards and stuff. But it's all in the presentation of how you set that person up to go to that capture page. So if you just got them in a friend request and they take off and they go open that link, there's more than likely no reason for them to come back to you. And I don't like that. See, I like to set people up and tease them. I like a slow tease. I don't like somebody just strips it all off and goes. I want a slow tease all the way through and bring them to the juice, okay? And I want them to spill their guts out along the way about what's going on in their life. So, you know, because people will do that. And what's happening is it's a relationship business. So all the internet is, and I want you to grasp this because we've had a great conversation, and I want to spend this with you because I really dig what you're doing. You're one of the few that stepped up this last week. It's really ripping. And what I want you to do is all this internet is for you is a sifter. It's a sifter, okay, to bring you people from all around the world that are hurting and want something to work, and then you bring them to juice, okay? And I'm really. I watch it, too many people just go through, they're using the capture page, they just think they can send it to them, and that's all they're doing, and they're not getting the sign-ups. And David and Farah don't do that. We don't do that. So I'm sharing with you what we do, and I do it with special links, like you just saw what Farah did. You just saw her message before, and if you forgot, the good thing is on a Hangout, you can back it up, replay, and look at her message, what she does. Because I could show you my messages, and I've already told you I can't type. I'm a dropout. My typing does not look like that. Okay, I'm amazed with some of these guys that can type like this. Okay, here's the thing. It's how you set them up to go look at that link, and when you do that, and if you set the hook right, they'll come back for more. So remember what I just said, and then watch what Farrah did about 15 minutes ago with her when she was doing it. I want you to go back to that when she was setting the hook with her messages, because that's the one you want to follow. There's a couple people you can follow, and I always say follow the people that are setting the records. Here's the thing, there's not even anybody close, okay? So she knows this is the way to set the hook, grab the bait. That's my opinion, but you're entitled to do it any way you want, and we'll support you no matter how you do it. But I'm setting you up to win, you know that. You're awesome, bro.
All right, fantastic.
Thank you both.
Yeah.
You guys have anybody else have any questions? And while I see if, Dave, you see if there's any questions.
I asked who is next. I see Jeff up here. I don't know if Jeff has questions or not, and I have Albert and Anna. If you guys got any questions or you want to lay your cards out on what you're doing, right now's your choice. Right now's your chance.
And I'm gonna show them one thing in the meantime, just very quickly, just in and out. I just want to show you guys. I practice what I preach to you guys, and let's see.
The documentation beats conversation.
I mean, and it works. And these are, the majority of people that I talk to, everybody assumes that, well, they got big groups, they got big followings. Let's go to my sponsorships. And this is one of 3 spots, but this is where I've been. So here, 114, these are personal sponsorships. So there was 2 yesterday. So on the 13th, I had 2 personal sponsorships. Let's see. On the 12th, there was 1, 2, 3, I guess. The 10th, I had 2. The 9th, 1, 2, 3. The 7th, 2. The 5th, the 1st, 31st, 30th, 29th, 28th. The 1, 2, 3 on the 28th, 27th. So that just gives you an idea. Now I'm going to come back to you guys. The point I'm just trying to make to you guys is that it works. Yeah. Those are not people that I knew from Adam. Those are just people that I met on Facebook sharing stories, and maybe I've got more because I'm talking to more of them, and I'm sharing stories with more of them, and I'm putting more hours into it. But I 100% promise every one of you watching that there is not one thing that I do. I'm putting it all out to you, what I do. I'm also on the phone all day, and I'm also doing 3-ways, and so I'm but there's nothing that I'm doing that you can't do. I'm recruiting brand new people, brand spanking new people, just from Adam. And you don't have to recruit as many as me, but if you do these activities every day, you're going to recruit some, and you're going to get better, as you do it. That you're going to fix and refine, and if you mess one up, that's fine. You just keep doing the activities and be consistent. And all I ask of you is to do this with at least 5 people a day. You don't have to do 25. Maybe one day I'll do 25. Some days I don't. But I always do at least 5. So, with that, you guys have stuck with us for a long time. I appreciate it. If there are not any further questions, it's been over an hour and 15 minutes. David, do you see any questions?
No, we're good. We're good.
Okay.
Looks like we're good.
All right, guys, and we'll see you. Remember, we've got a hangout, opportunity hangout tomorrow night, 7 p.m. What is my daily method of operation on the days that we do hangouts? what do? I create a Facebook event. I tell all my people to create a Facebook event. And I invite all of my friends with either the Facebook friend inviter or the Facebook invite all. And then I post it to my Facebook wall, and I post it to my LinkedIn, I post it to my Twitter, and I email it out to my all of my list, which is really just the distributors. But if you have a list, email it out. And that's your daily method of operation for tomorrow, plus 5 friend requests, plus post to at least 200 groups. And you're going to be very, very successful, I promise you. And we'll see you guys on the Hangout tomorrow night. We'll see you guys nonstop to the top. We'll see you there.